is, as far as lactate testing, is that something you would also do repeatedly, or
yeah,
maybe once a year, twice?
So age group riders, we're all age groupers here, right? Every 10 to 12 weeks. And that's whether someone's really nailing training 100% or not. Pro riders, 6 weeks, because they do so much volume. 6 weeks might be 200 hours worth of training. They're going to see it shift. So lactate, it will change. Everything will shift. The zones will change. People think, oh, I do one test and I know everything. No, you know what you know until you've changed it all by training cleverly. So when your new zones are often different heart rates, different power, and a different prescription of what you should do. So the point about testing, I say about testing with me, is it's the coach and scientist together. I'm going to give you not only the zones, but also how you should use them based on you and your life and how often you ride and what your goals are. That's the key with it, right? So in general, I just base training on time. I'm at heart rate for zone 2, or volume based on time if I'm doing the other harder stuff. It's very hard to track miles, of course, because it depends where you're riding. Anybody else? Hello.
So let's say you get an illness and you find out your heart rate is maybe 10 beats higher than normal.
Right.
When you're transitioning back to, I guess you got to give your body some time to recover and stuff like that. But when you're starting to get back on the bike again, is there certain metrics that you look at to say, oh, you're ready, or you should go either, or stay in zone 2? Or...
Great question, right? Really good question. And we're lucky now, we do have tech. I've got my Oura Ring and my Whoop because they both tell me different things. And I'm still trying to work out which one actually knows the truth. I think it's the Oura Ring. I think my Whoop doesn't seem to know much about me at all. Resting heart rate and HRV balances, really, looking at those two together. Resting heart rate, let's say your resting heart rate's 50. And let's say you haven't woken up because you're a little nervous because you've got a job interview. You just wake up and instead of 50, you're at 50. Body's working harder at rest for some reason. Nothing chemicals happened here. You've not had your coffee. So 55, so I'll just go easy today. So that could be telling me something's going on inside me without me doing anything, just lying in bed. Normally you wake up at 50, you wake up at 60, stay in bed, rest day, forget it, don't even think about training. Your body is telling you, I'm working hard, or even at rest, there's something that's going on. Now, typically you see with HRV at the same time will plummet. So I remember when I got COVID back a few years ago, the first sign before I had any symptoms was my resting heart rate was high, but my HRV was in the tank. I thought, well, I actually feel quite good. And this was the time when Whoop did say, don't do anything, miraculously. So looking at the two together matters, but basically, resting heart rate 5 beats higher, go easy. 10 beats higher, day off, and then you track where that's coming. So basically, once it's back down to 5 above, then you can start going easy, but go short to start with. Short and low intensity. And then hopefully it starts to track down and things like HRV start to come up again as well. You're better to miss a little bit of training early on, miss 2 days, 3 days, so it doesn't turn into 3 weeks. I've just had a kid in Nevada who I'm training, and I was convinced he had allergies because his resting heart rate numbers and HRV numbers were off. I'm like, you've got to go and see your doctor because that's not right. He said, no, I feel fine. I'm like, okay, just telling you. Sure enough, after a month of messed up training, poor sessions, had to take a bunch of allergy meds to get everything back in. But he lost a month because he hadn't listened to his body early enough on. So we do have the data now. We should read it and listen to it. You can come back to training before you're back to your normal, for sure. I would say get to that 10% above number again.